Ciao Bellas, and welcome to another serving of CoachGuns EDU. Tonight's recipe is titled SJ Special. SJ, because I'm Sarah Jane, and because this is something that has been like my special secret literally since I did my bodybuilding career. So I did bodybuilding bikini competitions for 3 years and had some success. It was fun. Loved it. Just the mental strength you have to have for that is insane. And I, applaud anyone who puts themselves through that. And that's another part of what my business is helping people with that. But anyways, I came up with a little dessert that I wanted to eat because, gosh, I get so hungry at night and I didn't want the same old stuff. So I came up with this little concoction, which I called the SJ Special. Well, that, and there's 2 other ingredients that you pair with it, and you make this little environment, and it helps you relax and have a nice rested evening. So I decided to create this menage a trois of ingredients and recipes that will help you get that sleep. The deal with sleep, guys, is if you do not sleep well or have good sleep cycles, then it can elevate the stress level in your life. And if you have stress, then your body secretes a hormone from the adrenal cortex called cortisol. Cortisol is not our friend, okay? Cortisol is one that it's kind of like a fight or flight hormone. So like when your body's under stress, it goes in and it, pushes blood glucose out for you to have energy, and it makes you like lethargic and makes you depressed, have a little bit of anxiety, could give you weight gain, insomnia, things like that. So we do not want cortisol in our lives. Cortisol is not our friend. So you have to sleep. Sleep and stress go hand in hand, okay? So we have to figure out sleep cycles. So this environment that I'm creating for you tonight is going to help you with creating that environment for a good sleep cycle, on top of giving you that feeling of, I ate something, I'm good, and I know that I'm going to feel healthy in the morning, not like indulging on something late night where you're like, oh crap, I ate good all day, and then I just threw it away because I ate some crappy thing because I was so super hungry. Okay, so, sorry, tangents all day long. All right, tangents ADL. So first, let's create the environment. So I have a diffuser, and I swear by them. Now you could be a total hater, get on that hater bus, you know who you are. But you know what, if you're creating an environment that makes you feel good, and smells do everything for me. Like, I am a smell whore. Like, I have to have smells all the time. I have sprays with me all the time. Like, it creates my mood, okay? So I'm big on essential oils, and there's so many health benefits with them as well. So it's like win-win, okay? Win-win city. So I typically put lavender in when I want to get tired and sleepy. So that's what I put a couple drops in. I put it by my bed, and then I'm done with that. But then you have to add hydration to the air. So I also run a humidifier, especially in the winter time. I don't really do it in the summer, but in the winter time, yes, for sure. It's good for your skin, which is huge, especially when you are, middle-aged to older to middle-aged, okay? And so we need to start really taking care of our skin. They need to be our best bud, okay? So there's that. And then sage spray. So sage spray is a big deal to me because my girl Julia Schaefer, she's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I am Luke Skywalker with this like whole industry. Like, she has helped me with everything. Like, I've been watching her, and she's a freaking brilliant goddess, and we are soul sisters. And she told me about sage spray, and sage spray is another like to each their own thing. But you know what? If it makes you feel good, do it. And it's voids off the spirits. Okay, so let's get those spirits out of here. We don't want that negative, environment. So get that sage out there, right? We got sage, we got lavender going. It smells amazing, refreshing, and relaxing. And that's the environment we're creating. So then let's make these 3 little musketeers of love that are gonna help us sleep. Okay, so we have the dessert, which is the SJ Special. Well, the SJ Special is basically this whole thing, but whatever, we can figure that out. melatonin, which is a supplement that you need for sleep. So melatonin is a hormone secreted by the pineal gland that's in the brain, and it deals with your circadian rhythm, which is your 24-hour sleep cycle, and it's light sensitive. And so like if you're somebody who is on screens all night long, it could really affect your sleep cycle because melatonin doesn't produce unless there is no light. Okay, so you need to turn those lights out, and you need to read a book or something hard copy that is not emitting light into your face, into your retina. Okay, so melatonin, all right, and I just get the chewable 5 milligrams, okay, per night. Okay, so there's that. This is the lavender essential oils that I have, okay, that I put like 3 or 4 drops into water, okay, and then I have my so I do a hydration drink as well. So this is just something that I sip on all night. I try to maybe drink like half of it before I go to bed, and then just sip it throughout the night, like if I'm thirsty. And basically what this is just, I take Pedialyte, okay? Pedialyte is probably like the hidden gem of health. So through human history, you know, dehydration was a leading killer for a lot of, you know, viruses and bacterial infections that honestly was so easy to cure if we could figure out how to cure dehydration. And, you know, we didn't know about the microscopic world. We just didn't, okay? We thought evil spirits was what were causing our issues, okay? We were bloodletting. And then we were just killing people because they're anemic and bled out, all right? So we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know anything till that microscope, okay? So anyways, with Pedialyte, so what happens in your body is electrolytes need to be there as well. Electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, all those little ions that go in, so they have a charge, right? And that makes a difference because what happens is if you pump water into your body, which is ionic, okay, H2O, and then yes, it will eventually hydrate your body, but if you add in this little vehicle called an electrolyte, okay, which Pedialyte has electrolytes in it, then water is going to follow anything that's ionic. So it's going to follow these ions when they're in your body. So they're going to go into your cells, and then water wants to try to equalize everything. So it wants to create an environment that is going after the solute, okay? And so it draws the water into your cells, and it hydrates you way faster. Oh my God, mind blown. So if you just take one of these little packets, and I do not put the whole thing in, okay? I just put 1/4 of this, 1/4. So this will last you 4 days. So I take 1/4 of it, I just kind of eyeball it, and I put it into 24 ounces of water, okay? And I sprinkle it in there. Doesn't matter what flavor, you're really not gonna taste it, it's just gonna hydrate you. And I shake that up, okay? Shake, 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 all right? And then I just sip on it through the night, and it keeps me hydrated. And especially if you have a couple, you know, too many Larrys. I have my nightly Larry, okay? But if you have too many of those and you just want to stay hydrated, it's good to stay hydrated, especially when you're drinking. So I would recommend drinking a Larry, drinking some of this, drinking a Larry, drinking some of this, and you'll stay hydrated. All right, so then now let's look at the dessert. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take our coconut oil whipped cream, which coconut oil is what I like to use because it is lactose free. And I just have issues with it. Some people in my family do, so that's why I tend to use like non-dairy based. But if you want to use dairy based, be my guest, it's fine. You're going to use 1/4 cup of this, and I like to use the shaker or the sprayer instead of the tub, because I can just put it into my vessel. I don't have to measure that stuff and deal with all that mess, and who wants to do dishes? Okay, so spray bottle, best, okay? You're going to need whole or halved salted cashews, okay? So this is my favorite nut on the planet. Oh my God, I could like literally swim in this tub. Like this is dangerous to me. So I take, it's 1 tablespoon of crushed cashews, and I just put them in a little Ziploc baggie, and I take a little hammer, or I take a little kitchen hammer or whatever, and I just mash them up, okay? And I just get Kirkland brand, or no, this is Target. So I gotta like, you know, I'm cheating on Target with Costco, okay? I don't even know, sometimes it just makes me feel bad, I can't even talk about it. Okay, and then, so we got that, and then you need 1 tablespoon of fresh pineapple, all right? And I just like basically crush it up as best as I can, okay? And this is pineapple, all right? Pineapple is amazing. It helps with immune support, okay? It's also just a good fibrous and low glycemic index fruit. And this is a Larry. So if you're gonna substitute that stuff out for other stuff, then you can call it by your own name, all right? So we're sticking with the Larry. So you need that, you need nutmeg, okay? So I'm gonna use the file to get just a sprinkle. My mama's name on there, Cheryl, okay? And we're gonna talk about her real soon. She's very important and actually the brains behind most of my recipes. And then for that, we're gonna need the file, okay, for the nutmeg. And then our last ingredient for the dessert is just some strawberry syrup, okay? So, we also need a tablespoon, okay? And the mini spoon, okay? The reason why I use a mini spoon is so that it makes me feel like I'm taking longer eating it, right? Because if you use a big spoon, you're gonna put large quantities into your mouth, and then it's gonna be gone in like 2 seconds. So the mini spoon theory is a thing, ladies. Woo! Okay. And then let's look at the vessel for tonight. I'm all about vessels, okay? So I've got Chad hanging out tonight. Yes, that is painter's tape, okay? Don't judge. And I like to eat this out of a measuring cup because then I can just spray 1/4 cup of my whipped topping in there and call it a day, girls. It's all about the hacks. It's all about the hacks. Ain't got time for that other shit. Okay, so I believe that is it. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna do is take my, my new towel. Yeah, well, I don't know. Felt cute, might delete later. Okay, so shake that girl up. I like to shake. I like to shake, all right? And we're going to get a little taste. Marty J taught me that. Okay, I'm gonna do 1/4 cup. Whoop. Oh, it looks delicious. Okay, I'm gonna take my crushed pineapple, my tablespoon, measure out 8 tablespoons, sprinkle that on there. And the reason why I did that first was because it's the dry ingredient instead of the wet, so that the wet would slide out, okay, or the dry would slide out of the wet. Put my pineapple in there, okay, like that. Take my little strawberry syrup and just leave a little bit of that on there, and I'm talking like a drizzle. I'm like, whoop. No health benefits, but you're lovely. Okay. And then I'm going to take my nutmeg. So you just take a little nut out. Take your file. Okay, and now nutmeg also deals with helping with insomnia. Oh my gosh, all of these things helping you sleep. Okay, and immunity support. Okay, so we've got our lovely, lovely, lovely SJ special dessert. Okay, created, and it's beautiful. Okay, Chad's loving it. And we've got our melatonin. Pop it in your mouth. Grab your mini spoon. Macros that won't stay in your gut all night. Help you be at furnace. Okay. And then wash that down with some Pedialyte water. You'll have the best sleep of your life. Ciao, Bellas.